This is Sherry, and I know it's been a little while, but I wanted to do another video. Today I will be talking about letting go. So, December and the last few months, there's been a lot going on, obviously with COVID, but also just a lot of different shifts going on. So, you're probably feeling a lot of intense energies going on. And, there's a lot of planetary shifts if you are into that. I'm not going to get into that today. But there's, you know, a lot of things, a lot of intense emotions and things like that have been coming up lately. So that's part of letting go and releasing a lot of things in the last year. Obviously, when you look at the end of 2020 and everything that's happened, there's a lot of natural wanting to release and letting go. But it also was bringing up a lot of intense kind of emotions because as a planet, we were becoming more awakened. We're more tuning into our own spirituality. People who are religious probably tapping into that a little bit more as well. And just it's allowing us to open up ourselves and be more connected with who we really are, what we really want, what really makes us happy. So, part of that process is in order for allowing a lot of those positive and good things to come into your life, a lot of that also is about letting go of things. So, that could be many different things. That can be people, from your life. That can be objects, letting go of what you thought your life was going to be. Many different things that hold us back. One of the things I can say for myself sometimes is, which I'm going through that process a little bit, is like purging stuff. So sometimes we will hold on to things because we're afraid of letting it go because we won't have it. So that kind of scarcity mindset, having feelings like, oh, okay, we're not going to have those things, so we try to hold on to them because we're afraid that if we let them go, we will, be able to have money or different things in our lives. But the mere fact of actually letting them go actually allows more blessings and more, you know, possible money or other things to come into your life. I can say that myself. I'm actually going through some purging of boxes of stuff that I carried with me for a long time, and I don't feel like that's something that I need. Yes, there's many things that we have in life, that we kind of need, but there's many things we don't need. So part of that process is letting go of the stuff, is not taking that stuff with you because that clouds a lot of your mental process, emotional stuff, and everything, holding on to things that you really don't need. Personally, that's why I'm live out in area where there's a lot of nature and things, and live smaller with not as much stuff because I don't feel like we need as much stuff really to be happy. So it's those things sometimes that can weigh us down. So it's about letting go of some of these things. It's a process, and you have to feel like you're ready enough to be able to do those things, right? So because sometimes if you do it too soon, it can create a lot of emotional stuff, and overall it will create emotional stuff and it will bring up stuff. So that's pretty normal, but that's part of the releasing process. So being able to recognize when it's time to let something go. So one of the positive things to do also when you're looking at that is to get your emotions out about how you feel about that. So writing is a great way of doing that. Other creative outlets, drawing, painting, just doing some kind of art that allows you to express about letting go. One good thing is if you're feeling like there's something that you need to let go of your life, and just some things that you're feeling in general, you can write them down or express them through art, different ways. And if you're writing it down and you really want to release that and not have that with you anymore as a way of letting it go, you can take that written letter and you can burn that. It releases it into the universe, and then it doesn't no longer exist. It's a very freeing kind of activity. Um, I've done that myself, and I will be looking at that. So that's very good, as well as when you're looking at forgiving certain things, which we won't get into today, but basically, just briefly, if you need to look at forgiving someone or yourself, is writing down the emotions that you feel and things that you feel so that you can let that go. So you can do that, like I said, burning it in the fire, or you can like write that letter or send that to that person. It's whatever you feel like you need to. Sometimes it's not always the best scenario because you don't want to necessarily dredge up stuff by, sending it to that person. But whatever the least amount you need to do in order to let go. So letting go isn't an easy process, especially if you're looking at letting go someone in your life. Sometimes people are just meant to be with us for certain times, help to teach us lessons, help us through certain things, and they're part of our growing process. So sometimes it might be, I find it very hard to let people go out of my life. It's very difficult because you always want to be supportive, be there for that person, but at the same time, um, if it's affecting you in negative ways in your spirit, it's not best for you to hold on. You always can know if something is meant for you to let go if you feel lighter and like more relaxed and things about that. If something in your life is creating like tension in your body, or you just feel tense overall in your mental emotional process or whatever, it's probably meaning it's not for you. Maybe it's not always gonna not be for you, but for right now it is. And the hardest thing to do is just to allow the universe to bring to us what we were meant to have. And sometimes we want certain things, certain times, but it's not really meant for us. So sometimes we have to let it go and just surrender and know that there is a greater plan for us. And that if we're meant for whatever that thing is, or whatever that, if that person's meant to be in our lives, then it will come back around because we will never be denied what's meant for us. It's just sometimes not always in your most highest and beneficial good. So you have to like let these things go, right? So it's a process, and it's kind of like grieving. No, it is like grieving, and because you have to go through some things first to be able to realize and let that go. So yes, first it's like realizing that this is something that you need to let go. Process some of the emotions that you feel with that, and then you can allow yourself to let this go. So one of the things I want to do today is send you guys a little bit of Reiki to allow yourself to be able to just connect with you and bring up those emotions. If they come through, I think just allow them to come through because it's meant to happen so that you can feel those emotions and then you can let them go. So hopefully this will be helpful in that process. So I'm going to put on a little bit of music, and we will connect and do that this way. So just 1 second. Okay, so just get yourself into a comfortable position. Turn it down a little bit. Just breathe. And if you can, just put your feet just directly onto the ground. Sit down, lay down, whatever you feel comfortable with. Close your eyes. I won't do that just for you guys. And just connect with your body. And I'm going to send some Reiki to your solar plexus, which is this area. This is a lot of where strong emotions come through and inner child comes through. But any kind of strong, feelings that you might have, hate, hopefully not that, but, anger, resentment, fear, frustration, connecting with the inner self also in this area, like your strong empowerment and, what the essence of what makes you you. And then I'm also going to connect with the sacral chakra, which is a lot of strong emotions, and also it's our sexual organ area. So any kinds of things that you feel, this also as inner child comes out here. So I want to bring out, help to release some of the emotional aspects and bring things to your awareness to allow that to come out. So let's just take a moment and just do that. So just breathe in, sending some Reiki to your solar plexus area first. Just let it out. Feel a lot of release just there. Do you feel like there's a weight on, probably way more than someone's shoulders, but I definitely feel there's a weight on someone's shoulders. Just feel the pain just releasing off the shoulders, from the neck, even down the back, just out through the feet, and out. Feel that go. Feel the release. A lot of us feel back pain also from this area, mid-back, from our solar plexus, and just holding on to the strong emotions we don't need to hold on to anymore. It's just allowing it to go. Down through the sacral, and just don't let it just be caught there. Just allow it to go. Feel it. Just go out. Okay, I'm going to connect with this sacral chakra now. And a lot of us will hold a lot of that energy there. So if you feel anything in that particular area of the body, that might be because you're holding on to something there. So let's connect with the sacral chakra. Just releasing things in the solar plexus. So now we're moving on there. So anything, emotion coming up, even anything physically that might be coming up in that area, just connect with your body. Feel what's going on there. There's intense release. Definitely some people need that. Just connect. Just allow it to just flow right out of you. It doesn't necessarily have to be flowing out from the feet. It can be out from the hands, arms, wherever aspects of the body. Just let it flow out. If you feel something stuck, just brush it off. Brush it off. Or just shake your hands up, or just shake it off you. Just let it go out. You don't need that anymore. You don't need to hang on or hold on to these things that are weighing you down. Just let it go. Feel yourself being protected and guided and supported. We have so much connection with the world and beyond us here, spiritually. Okay, it's time to let it go. So be grateful for what those things or feelings or people have done to help you on your path. But now it's time to let that go in the graciousness of what that taught you and helped you to get to the point of where you are now and release those things so you can receive more in your life. So I thank you everyone for connecting today. And if you want to see more videos, feel free to connect with me on my YouTube channel, Connecting with Your Key, my website, the same, Facebook or Instagram. So look forward to connecting with you next time. Thank you. Blessings to all of you.